So I don't know if anybody remembers my standings prediction videos before the beginning of the season, but my West one is starting to look pretty bad right now. I had the Blazers at the 3 seed. Granted, I said barring any injuries, but this video is about one particular team that I way underestimated, the Utah Jazz. I'm sorry, Jazz fans. I have sinned and criminally underrated Rudy Gobert as an impact player. He's a 7-foot, 260-pound monster with phenomenal defensive instincts and shot blocking abilities. I mean, he's been the main reason for their defense being so good for so long, a multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's averaging 2.7 blocks so far, which is second to none other than Mr. 4.2 blocks per game himself, Miles Turner. He's also averaging 3.4 offensive rebounds per game, which is 6th in the league, as well as 13.3 total rebounds per game, which is 2nd in the league as well. So overall, he's just been really good. While he is the main reason for the defensive success, they also just have a lot of plus defenders on this roster. They've got Royce O'Neal, who is a very good wing defender. Donovan Mitchell is a plus defender. Mike Conley is starting to look like his old self. Jordan Clarkson hasn't been too bad on defense this season. Not to mention, they still have Bojan Bogdanovic, Derek Favors, and Joe Ingles, who are all solid defenders. So those guys paired with Gobert, it's no wonder they've got a top 7 defense. It's not that I didn't think they'd have a good defense. If anything, I didn't think their offense would really hold up. Boy, was that wrong, at least by their performance so far. The Jazz are currently 10th in offensive rating and have the most three-pointers made per game in the entire NBA. They're absolutely on fire from behind the arc, and it's really been fueling their offense. Just to give you some percentages, O'Neal is shooting 48% on 3.8 attempts. Clarkson is shooting 43% on 7 attempts. Conley is shooting 42% on 7 attempts. Bogdanovic is shooting 38% on 6.5 attempts. And Donovan Mitchell is shooting 37% on 8.8 attempts. So yeah, lots of efficiency on lots of attempts. Everybody here has just been better than expected offensively, other than maybe Mitchell. Mitchell has had some moments where it looks like he can do whatever he wants offensively. He had a stretch where he was averaging like 28 points per game on 67% true shooting, which is phenomenal. But he's also had his Donovan Mitchell moments, scoring 20 points on 23 shots a few times to start out the season. His first 4 games, he averaged 21 points on 45% true shooting. It's just the duality of Donovan Mitchell. But he's definitely picked up his play as of late, that's for sure. He's currently tearing up the Pelicans as we speak. There's 2 more players playing a bigger role on offense than everybody probably thought they would. Well, I guess myself. And one of them is Mike Conley. We all know how bad Mike Conley was last season. I mean, he was inexcusably bad. Looked like he forgot how to play NBA basketball. But this year, he definitely looks a lot better. I mean, for starters, his shots are actually going in. As you heard earlier, he's shooting 42% from 3 on a sizable amount of attempts. He's just looking like Mike Conley we all thought the Jazz were getting. Defensively, he's been pretty good and giving the Jazz some actual playmaking because Mitchell still isn't really a playmaker at all. This might be the best version of Conley we're getting from here on out. He is like 33 years old after all. But 17 points and 6 assists on good efficiency with some good perimeter defense is honestly a really solid NBA point guard, so I'm sure Jazz fans will take it. Who knows if he'll re-sign with the Jazz or if he'll go somewhere else. We'll just have to see how much money he demands. But the last guy that I wanted to talk about offensively is Jordan Clarkson. When Clarkson got his contract, I think we all thought it was a bit of an overpay, especially considering he was like a 15-point scorer on decent efficiency who didn't really provide anything else for you. It's not like we thought it was a bad contract or anything, just a bit much for what Clarkson provides. But this season has been something else for him. He's been really aggressive as a scorer, whether it's off the bench or when he's getting run with the starters some. He's been hitting some pull-up threes, shooting ridiculously well at the rim, 82% exactly. I mean, he's not shooting a whole lot there, but still, 82% at the rim is impressive. He's averaging 17.5 points per game and is even crashing the boards a bit at times. I think he's averaging 1.1 offensive rebounds per game. So he's doing what he does best efficiently, more efficiently than he has in the past. I mean, he's still not a playmaker at all, averaging 1.8 assists to 2 turnovers a game, so that's still not there. And he doesn't get to the free throw line at all. He's shooting like 1.2 attempts per game on 93% from the line. But let's keep it positive today. I'm sure the Jazz's shooting will come down just a bit, and the percentages will level out, but their offense has improved. There's no doubt about that. So sorry, Jazz fans, for underrating your guys. It's looking like you'll be somewhere between the 4 and 6 seed, especially considering Portland is missing their second and third best players. It's definitely going to help your spot in the standings. But if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. And y'all, have a good one.